What's up, everybody? Woo! Who watched Yojimbo this week? Well, first of all, what's going on? Film Club people, I hope you're enjoying your quarantine. I got my James Brown shirt on. I got a Modelo right here. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I had a blast watching Yojimbo. Maybe some of you had already watched it. Maybe some of you had watched it a million times. And maybe some of you had never even heard of it before. But this 1961 collaboration between Toshiro Mifune, who just celebrated his 100th birthday on April 1st. Happy birthday, sir. No, he is no longer with us. But him and Akira Kurosawa? Forgive me. They made some of the best films ever together. I mean, I am not the first to say it. I hope I'm not the last, because if I was, that would mean that nobody watched these movies ever again, which I really hope they just continue to last on and on and on forever. And they sit in the Louvre next to Mona Lisa, because in this club alone, we have already watched Throne of Blood, which is their collaboration, where it was Kurosawa's version of Macbeth. That if you haven't watched that, put that on the list. Toshiro Mifune plays the Macbeth character. We watched Rashomon in this club, which is my personal favorite of the Kurosawa films. And was there another one? We watched Ikuru, but Mifune is not in that one. But this character, this man with no name, who I guess his name is Sanjuro, which I didn't hear it in this film, but there is a sequel called Sanjuro that I'm probably gonna throw on after I upload this video, because Yojimbo is rad as hell. And if you didn't know that already, it's basically how we got spaghetti westerns. That's right. This samurai movie from 1961 is exactly where Sergio Leone got his idea to make A Fistful of Dollars, which is the first part of the trilogy that leads to Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which then later leads to Once Upon a Time in the West, which we watched like 2 weeks ago. So if this isn't all just fitting together in a nice little lasagna of movie watching, then I don't know what is. Yojimbo starts out with a really fucking badass Japanese traditional sounding score, but with a ton of jazz flavor in it. There must be a really cool jazz scene in Japan that I am just so uneducated in, but it was on full display in this movie from the very beginning and throughout. You have this incredible very, it sounds like it's Japanese music, but then it has these cool drums or bongos or something that's happening that's giving it this bounce. And I just loved that right at the very beginning, we're following very closely the back of who will be our hero throughout the film. And we're watching him as he goes down this road by himself, and he winds up at a crossroads. And I thought it was such a beautiful way to introduce this character, because we see him approach the crossroads. He kind of looks around. He picks up a big stick, and he kind of looks at it, throws it up into the air, and then we see where it lands. He looks which way it's pointing, and that's where he goes. And I just love that is the only reason that he winds up in this, what is a hilarious war. He winds up in a town where there are two rival gangs of gamblers. They don't like each other. They keep wanting to fight, and so of course they're going to try and pay the highest price for Sanjuro, our samurai. And he gets this great idea where he's going to play both sides to get them to just kill each other, and he'll take the money from whoever wins, basically. The exchanges between him and some of these gangsters there was just some great dialogue. There's a point where he's proving a point to somebody he's trying to get money out of, and he goes up to these guys, and they're all like, what's up? And he goes, you guys have such cute faces. And I just thought it was such a badass thing for him to say, because Mifune, if you're not familiar with him, we're celebrating him this month, really. At least on the Criterion Channel, there's a whole list of movies that he's been in with Kurosawa and with not. Is that a thing? With not? Don't worry about me. But yeah, we're taking this time to really kind of give this man his real moment in the spotlight, because he straight up is the Marlon Brando of Japan. He's the Humphrey Bogart of Japan in the 1950s, in a very booming Japanese cinema world, this was the guy. He was the pinnacle guy. There's a great documentary on the Criterion Channel right now that's called Toshiro or Mifune, one of them, The Last Samurai, and it's like a documentary about his life, and it was just so cool to watch because this guy really is one of the best movie stars ever. I mean, I don't speak Japanese, and I've only seen like 3 or 4 of his movies, but when you see him, your heart rate does kind of just go up a little bit more because he has this primal rage thing going on that Brando really has a lot of going on underneath a lot of his performances, but it's that gentle side that peeks out where you see the light of his heart and the humor that he folds into pretty much every role I've seen him do so far. But this one in particular is his Jack Sparrow. I mean, it's like, you kind of, once you get this role, and this is what happened to him, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this guy. This guy needs to go ahead and have some more adventures. This is an Indiana Jones. This is a Clint Eastwood in the Dollars trilogy, where it's so funny that I kept realizing as I was watching it that I was like, so much of this stuff I've seen before because so many people have borrowed from this movie and its style. So yeah, I don't even want to take up too much more of your time because I know some of you have seen it before and have probably, if you're like a film school person, you're probably like, yeah, dude, I've seen this movie 20 times. What the fuck? Why'd you pick this? But I had never seen it, and so I wanted to check it out. But you should definitely check it out. And even if you don't have I will say, out of all the Kurosawa samurai films that are like really, really good, and I don't know if he ever made a bad movie, but if you're not gonna watch Seven Samurai or Rashomon or Redbeard or something, like, find a way to make it's one of the shorter Kurosawa movies too. He had a tendency of making some long ones. This one's under 2 hours, so go ahead and have yourself a ball because it is really funny. Another thing that I read about this movie is that apparently he was kind of like making fun of American Westerns at the time, and like because Westerns were the most popular genre in American filmmaking for a long time, especially back in the day. So it's kind of funny to realize that he's just totally making fun of how huge some of these characters are, and you're watching and you're like, these people seem like cartoon characters, and it's like, yeah, that's the point, because that's all you guys ever do. And then what's even better is people decided to steal from this to make Westerns, and it's just this Eastern Western circle that has always been going on is just amazing to watch, and how much of it really comes from the seed that is Yojimbo. Yeah, so this is another one that's worth your time. So take the time, check it out, and let me know what you think. I love you guys. We'll have a new pickup tomorrow. So if there's something you're dying to watch and you think we should all watch it, send it my way. But signing off for now. See ya.